The Hijab Boutique by Michelle Kahn. Chapter 1. Miss Peabody's Academy and the Impossible School Assignment. Listen up, listen up, listen up, everyone. Our classroom lights are switched off and back on again. Miss Grant sure knows how to get the attention of her students. She must have passed teacher's college with full marks. I sit up in my seat despite my itchy uniform. I am seriously plagued by Monday midday blues. This Thursday is International Women's Day, Miss Grant announces with her hands on her itty-bitty hips. Her pleated knee-length skirt stands firm. People from around the world will be celebrating what it means to be a woman. I'd like you to bring in something that symbolizes your mother. You're all expected to present one item over the course of 3 class periods. Right then, the school bell rings. Relief bursts through me. It's the end of the day. I've been operating on half battery because I stayed up late studying for this morning's math test. Everyone in my classroom is chatting away at full speed. Even Miss Grant knows that getting anyone's attention now is a lost cause. She walks back to her desk where everything is placed just so. It's clear that she has an allergy to anything messy. I wouldn't be surprised if she arranges her wardrobe according to color at home, in alphabetical order. But my fellow students rush out of our classroom like they've got springs on their feet. I follow the crowd and get going too. Have a nice evening, Farah, my social studies teacher says. Thank you, Miss Grant, I say, heading out the door. The same to you. I board our school bus, aka the banana boat, with my best friend, Ashanti Smith. We've been BFFs, best friends forever, ever since we were toddlers. No joke. Mom says we hit it off in a baby playgroup. I guess we had an instant connection before we could spell the word. We're both only children and refer to ourselves as soul sisters. We love to do everything together. Naturally, we're glued to each other on the banana boat, too. I always get the window seat. No questions asked. In solid friendships, some things, thankfully, are just a given. It's no coincidence that Ashanti and I attend the same prestigious all-girls private school. Here's the scoop. 2 years ago, we left our local elementary school. We set our sights on our new school after reading about it in the children's section of our local newspaper. The article explained how Miss Peabody's Academy is known statewide for its fantastic art programs. Why wouldn't we want to go to an environment where our talents would bloom? After all, Ashanti and I are art fanatics. We've taken Saturday morning art classes together forever. Once we found the school of our dreams, we made a case to our mothers explaining why we wanted to attend. We must have rehearsed 1,000,000 times behind closed doors in anticipation of their questions. Alhamdulillah, our hard work paid off. Both mothers gave us the bright green light. However, our battle was yet to be won. Next came the admission process. FYI, places at Miss Peabody's Academy don't just depend on parents being able to afford hefty tuition fees. Prospective students have to go through a tough interview process. The teachers grilled us with questions. We answered honestly. Both Ashanti and I brought in portfolios of our artwork. And then, the day we were waiting for arrived, and ta-da! The postman delivered letters welcoming us to join Miss Peabody's Academy. I can still taste the sweet double fudge sundaes we had to celebrate our combined success. Talk about yum. Our efforts were worth it. It's a good school with a great art program. But Miss Peabody's Academy isn't perfect. For one thing, I'm embarrassed to admit that our school prides itself over its dinky bus rides. I personally don't see what the big deal is. The seats are comfy. Most rides are relatively short. Ben, our bus driver, always has his eyes on the road. Though I'll tell you in the strictest confidence that I've caught him sneaking sips from his coffee cup whenever we stop at a red light. Anyway, this banana boat was a stormy subject when the idea was first introduced. Loads of parents objected to it. They wanted to keep sending out taxi cabs or chauffeurs to pick up their little princesses. Meetings were held, tempers flared. Some local Los Angeles television stations picked up the story. In the end, our school's tough board of governors won, and my mom couldn't have been happier. She said the school bus ride would make the girls at Miss Peabody's Academy more humble. To be honest, I'm not so sure. For the record, there is no assigned seating on the banana boat, yet everyone always sits in the same area. Read, it's an unspoken code. Miss Peabody's has pupils ranging from little kindergartners to mature fifth graders. You could see this divide on the bus. The youngest kids sit up front. The middle graders are smack center. The eldest students head towards the back. However, the most prized seats in the last row of the banana boat are for the super popular girls from my fifth grade class, Stacy, Tammy, and Juliet. FYI, I secretly refer to this threesome as the cool-ass Ice Girls. Ashanti and I get to sit in the second to last row thanks to Ashanti's mom. Now, I don't want to give you the wrong idea. Miss Smith didn't bribe anyone to get her daughter Ashanti and her best friend me better seating. Okay, I admit that we did in fact score these seats because of Miss Smith's celebrity status. You see, Ashanti's mom is an actress on the hit daytime TV soap opera Blinding Light. One time last year, Ashanti and I got to meet the ENTIRE cast from her swanky show. It wasn't exactly a joyful experience, though. First, my mom went on and on about how soap operas are a waste of time. Second, the biggest actress on Blinding Light wore so much perfume that I went into a sneezing frenzy. I'm not even exaggerating when I say I had a dripping runny nose and everything. Talk about embarrassing with a capital E. On today's bus ride home, the hot topic is the assignment about International Women's Day. I choose to look out at our sunny Los Angeles streets and stare at the incredible blue skies. I decide to listen rather than participate in the conversation. It's not that I'm being nosy. It's actually hard not to overhear the Cool as Ice girls. Their voices are always cranked up at full volume. This homework assignment is totally fantastic, Tammy, the Cool as Ice girl spokesperson, announces. She flicks her fluffy shoulder-length blonde hair. It's hard to pick just one thing that represents my mom. She has the most amazing stuff. I wish I had that problem, I think to myself. My religious mother only has simple belongings. Juliet pops fruit-scented sugary bubblegum behind the seat so that the bus driver won't see her. I know what I'm bringing in, she adds with a sparkling white smile that would surprise any dentist. My mom is a talented makeup artist. She lives for French label cosmetics. Stacy crosses her long legs that seem to start at her waist. You'll never catch my mom without a paintbrush, she says, with a hint of pride showing in her exotic eyes. Mom loves creating artwork featuring old Chinese women. Tammy smacks the bus seat in front of her. I start and nearly jump at her sudden, unexpected movement. Now I know exactly what to bring in, Tammy exclaims with wide turquoise eyes. You can tell a light bulb has just gone on in her brain. Juliet and Stacy sit at the edge of their seats. What? They ask, like eager beavers. My mom is always moving to music, Tammy sing-songs. For added emphasis, she drums a beat with her palms on her lap. My mom has the most gorgeous tap dancing shoes. I can't wait to show them off to everyone. I'm not surprised that her mother is a performer, and tell Ashanti so. My best friend has a talent for spotting theatrical genes, although Ashanti didn't inherit many from her mother herself. Our whispered conversation catches the attention of the leader of the Cool as Ice girls. Hey, Ashanti, Tammy says, poking my BFF on her shoulder with her sharp, fiery red nails. Ashanti turns around to face her. Yeah? Tammy crosses her arms. I want you to bring in a script from the Blinding Light show, she orders, arching her overly plucked eyebrow in challenge. I can tell Ashanti is trying to hide a cringe. More often